So without wasting any further time, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ghulam Qadir and Toastmaster Mohammed Bilal with the biggest round of applause and emojis from all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Waqar. May I please request all the participants to please open up your cameras, because while there is a trainer does not like to talk to the black screens. Trainer likes to talk to human beings, because in this sort of environment, only you can talk is to have machine in front of you. So let's have some faces in front of me so that I'm able to be very sure that I'm not talking to the machine, I'm talking to some human beings. Great. So some of the participants have opened the camera. All right. So I joined Toastmaster back in February 2020. And since then, I have completed one pathway and I'm off to start a second pathway. So just like others, I had many questions as to what sort of pathway I should be selecting when I started. And by now I've got two mentees working with me closely to become a DTM as well. So I'm also on the path of to become a DTM. So when these two mentees who recently joined the Toastmaster Club, I went to them and asked them, why have you joined Toastmaster? So let me tell you, their answer were the same. Both of them gave me the same answer. We are here to polish our English conversation skill and to be fluent in it. I said, really? Only these are the two competencies which you like to polish it in a Toastmaster? Do we all feel that these are the only two competencies, like being fluent in the English language is the only competency which we want to have and speak fluently the language? Then what is the need of a Spanish Toastmaster Club? What is the need of a Hindi Toastmaster Club? Then what is the need of a Chinese Toastmaster Club? And I'm also one of the members of a Urdu Toastmaster Club. But then we should shut them off. There's no need for them. All we're supposed to do is to speak in English then. So I explained it to them. Yes, you're absolutely right, my mentees. This is one of the reasons that we would like to polish our skills. But let me tell you this, there are 300 competencies which you people can learn through these 11 pathways. So they were astonished. Really? 300 competencies? Yes, there are 300 competencies. So let's, without wasting time, let me share the presentation and we'll go pathway by pathway as to what sort of competency we are going to learn from each pathway. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I'll be covering half of the pathways and my fellow Toastmaster Mohammed Bilal will be covering the rest. So let's begin with what pathways is all about. So we all ask and we all have questions as to what pathways is all about, how we are going to benefit out of it. That is the major question. And how we are going to learn from it. So pathway is a completely exciting journey through a flexible, interactive way to develop your skills and help others in your club. Really? Am I really going to help others? I was thinking that I'm only going to learn myself. How am I going to help others and make them learn? Okay. I believe all of us have at least attended one meeting in our clubs. Yes? Okay. So how we are gonna develop others' skill set as well? We are gonna be evaluators. We are going to evaluate their speech. We are going to become a Toastmaster of the day or evening. We are going to become general evaluator. We are going to conduct the table topic session. So by this, we are also going to benefit and we are going to make other people benefit as well surrounding us, other members as well. So what is the crux of the Toastmaster? It helps us to learn good communication skills. And when we're going to be good in our communication, we are going to become good leaders as well. So it's going to help us in the leadership skills as well. As I just told you, and it is very surprising for the new Toastmaster that we are going to learn 300 unique competencies. Yes, you are. By 11 specialized learning pathways, and all of them are online. You can learn from anywhere in the world, any place, anywhere. Just log in. You need to have a machine, a laptop, or maybe a mobile phone, which can have internet, and you can learn it from anywhere. Every pathway has 5 levels. And first 2 levels are more or less the same as Waqar has explained. And your elective, which in a layman I would call it as a specialization. Your specialization will start from the level 3. And how you are going to choose? First of all, you have to decide as to what is my objective. So starting with the first one, presentation mastery. And this is very common for especially those who come from a corporate background, who are a working class. When they come and join Toastmasters, when we ask them, what do you want to achieve? I want to polish my presentation skills. So yes, this is the pathway right for you, that you will be able to become an accomplished public speaker. How? You will be able to connect with audience. You will be able to write good speeches, and you will be able to speak fluently and deliver your speeches. So throughout this pathway, what happens? We train ourselves on evaluation, feedback, research, body language, communication styles. And lastly, the most important one is the keynote speech. At the end of the pathway, you are a professional speaker and you are able to perfectly deliver a keynote speech. Can I take a 2 minutes break? There's a zan going on at my back. Waqar?
Yeah, sure. We
Yeah,
can
there's a
check
zan
on
going on.
Toastmaster Bilal if Azan is not going there. So maybe we can continue with Toastmaster Bilal.
Yeah, it's good to go. Let me share the pathway. Next pathway is
Azan is
you.
done. Azan is done at my back. So I'll just quickly
Okay,
go on
all
to the
right.
next one. Yeah.
No,
Bilal, I'll just move on to next.
great.
All right. So now, this is also pretty common amongst us Toastmaster, because we all want to become a dynamic leader. By selecting this pathway, what our objective will be achieved. We will be able to understand different type of leadership styles and choose one style which we can adopt and which we can able to practice that. When this pathway, we learn how to resolve conflict, how to diffuse a conflict amongst our team members, amongst a group of which we have to lead. It helps us in managing the change in organization. It helps us in improving our interpersonal and public speaking. And it helps us in focusing on our leadership skills. So at the end of it, you will be assigned with a project in which whatever you're going to learn, you have to apply your leadership skills in that project to complete that pathway. Moving on to the next one. How many of us like humor over here? I need to see show of hands over here. Okay, most of us. Great. So while we are become on our way to become good leaders and good public speakers. Humor is very, very important because there are certain circumstances, there are certain situations where there is a very serious discussion going on, or maybe a very serious thing going on, and you would like to divert it, your audience, from that situation and lighten up the tone and lighten up the mood. So you need to have a proper humor in your speech. This is very important in good public speaker. So how this is pathway is going to help us? This pathway is going to help us understanding our sense of humor and how humor translates to engage our audience members. It helps us in overcoming challenging situations. There are challenging situations where you have to use the humor, and especially in impromptu speeches. At the end of the project, you will be asked, at the end of the pathway, you will be asked to apply a project where you can extend a humorous speech and you can apply your skills which you have learned in the pathway. Every leader has to become a good mentor and a coach. Do we all agree with that? Like, if I have to become a good leader, I have to train, I have to guide, I have to coach my team, I have to mentor them. So this pathway is for those leaders who would like to have a positive communicator as a leader. So how this helps us? It helps us in understanding and building a consensus within the team. It helps us in developing our team members by coaching them and by polishing their skills. It helps us in effective interpersonal communication. And at the end of this project, at the end of this pathway, the project will be high performance leadership. So this pathway is for those who want to coach their team and who want to guide a group of individuals. Innovative planning. A leader must have a thinking brain. A leader must innovate. A leader must be full of ideas to tackle different sort of situation. So if you're on the pathway to become a public speaker and a leader, this is also very critical pathway for you. So what this is going to happen? What this is going to help us? With this, we'll be able to present speech writing and speech delivery, and will be able to create innovative solutions in different situations. Very important project for a person to become a good leader, because the world is changing. A year ago, we used to have in-person meetings, but now what is happening? We are all online. Now in this training, I can see people from across the border as well. This used to never happen before. So this is innovation. This is change which is going to come. So for a leader to be a good leader, he has to innovate and plan accordingly. Next, I hand over the charge to my fellow Toastmaster, Mohammed Bilal, to explain the remaining pathways. I'm unsharing the presentations over here. Bilal, you can share it at your end.
Yes, guys. Meanwhile, you can give thumbs up, clapping, or whatever you would like to share or motivate our speakers today. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Bilal.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Qadir, for such a detailed and information about the pathways. And I will cover the remaining pathways of Toastmaster. And before going to ahead, let me tell you, actually, Toastmaster and pathways is the same thing. we have to know about, first of all, Toastmaster and the pathways are the same thing, and it's not the other thing that we will cover. And coming to the other pathway, that is the leadership development. And leadership development, it built us as an effective communicator and a leader. And other than that, this pathway covers a person that how to manage his or her time and how to develop and implement his or her plan. That plan can be his personal plan or an organizational plan or a professional plan, whatever it could be. Toastmaster guide us how to implement in our personal or professional life. And it also covered a public speaking and learning as a team, and it emphasized in all uh, above the projects, whatever in all projects of this pathway, it's emphasized on this these skills. And at the end of this pathway, culminates the planning and execution of an event that will allow you to apply everything you learn. And the next is motivational strategies. In this pathway, you can build your skills as a powerful and an effective communicator. It also uh, um, uh, give you the learning of how to build the connection with the people who are around you, the people who are employer, who are the friends of you, the friends and family, whatever it could be. You it gives you the skills how you can build the connection among the people, and it also give the learning of how to lead the small group of people or the big group of people. It may give you a learning for that. And coming to the next pathway, that is persuasive influence. This pathway help you to build your skills as an innovative communicator and leader. It also help you that how to negotiate the positive outcome together and with building strong interpersonal communication and public speaking. Each project of this pathway emphasize developing leadership skills to use a complex situation as well as creating an innovative solution for that challenging situation. At the end of this pathway, you can achieve the high performance leadership project of your design, whatever it is. And the next pathway is strategic relationship. This pathway, in this pathway, you can build your skills as a leader in communication. And this project focus on understanding diversity, building personal and professional connections with a variety of people, and developing a public relations strategy. Communicating well interpersonally and as well as the public speaker is emphasized in each project. So this is all about this strategic relationship pathways that you can cover in that pathway. So the next pathway is the team collaboration. In this pathway, you can learn that how one can be a collaborative leader. And in this project, all the projects of this pathway focus on active listening, motivating others, and collaborating as a team with the team. So each project contributes to building interpersonal communication and public speaking skills. And the last is visionary communication. This path helps you to build your skills as a strategic communicator and leader. The project on this pathway focus on developing your skills for sharing information with a group, planning, communications, and creating innovative solutions. Speech writing and speech delivery is a main focus of this pathway as well. You can, but this pathway also give you the learning for this specific skills as well. So thank you so much. At the end, I would say uh, this is the right time actually to choose any path of Toastmaster, because this year is going to be end and we are going to start another year of life, and whatever you will choose your path that will yes, these are the 11 paths, and it's up to you. Whatever path suits you, then I believe this is the right path to choose and to go with your visions of life with the new year.